It was supposed to be just a vacation, sun, sand, good friends, and a break from everyday life. But on July 8th, 2014, Lars Mittank, a 28-year-old German man, vanished without a trace from an airport in Bulgaria. What happened in the hours leading up to his disappearance has turned this quiet electrician into the internet's most famous missing person. This is not just a case of someone walking away. It's a mystery filled with paranoia, strange behavior, conflicting stories, and chilling airport footage that's been viewed millions of times. Today on Digital Detectives, we take you deep inside the mystery of Lars Mittank, the man who ran into the forest and never came back. Lars was born in Itzehoe, Germany. By all accounts, he lived a normal life. He worked at a power plant. He had a steady girlfriend. He loved football, especially SV Werder Bremen. He was close with his family, and after his father had a stroke, Lars often helped out at home. In late June 2014, Lars joined 5 of his friends on a holiday to Golden Sands, a lively beach resort in Bulgaria. It was Lars's first time leaving Germany. The group spent their days relaxing, swimming, and partying. Friends later said he was in a great mood. Everything was going fine, until the very last days. On the night of July 6th, Lars got into an argument at a bar. It wasn't a drunken brawl. It was over football. He clashed with a group of German men supporting a rival team. Later that night, Lars separated from his friends and disappeared until the next morning. When he returned, he told them he'd been attacked by 4 men, possibly hired by the men from the bar. He claimed he was punched and suffered a ruptured eardrum. His friends said he seemed shaken. A doctor confirmed the injury and prescribed cefprozil, a strong antibiotic, and warned him not to fly. Lars told his friends to fly home without him. He'd be fine, he said. He'd come home later. Reluctantly, they agreed. But this is where things begin to unravel. Lars checked into a budget hotel near Varna Airport. Then things turned strange. He called his mother in a whisper. He told her to cancel his credit card. He said people were after him. He was being followed. Hotel security footage showed him pacing the halls, peeking out windows, hiding in the elevator. At one point, he left the hotel at 1 a.m., only to return an hour later. No one knows where he went. The next morning, July 8th, Lars headed to the airport. He texted his mom, "I made it to the airport." He then visited the airport's on-site doctor to check his ear again. The doctor, Kosta Kostov, later described Lars as nervous, agitated, like someone being hunted. When a construction worker entered the office, Lars panicked. He stood up and shouted, "I don't want to die here. I have to get out of here." Then he ran. He left behind all of his luggage, his wallet, phone, even his passport. Security cameras caught him sprinting out of the terminal, across the parking lot, and over a fence. He ran into a field, toward the forest, and disappeared. That footage of a man who looked absolutely terrified has since been viewed over 20 million times. And it's the last confirmed sighting of Lars Mittank. What could have caused a seemingly stable man to become so paranoid, so afraid? One theory points to the antibiotic cefprozil. Though rare, it has been linked to side effects like hallucinations and psychosis. Lars's mother believes this may have triggered his erratic behavior, but the airport doctor insisted Lars hadn't filled the prescription. So, was it the medication? Others believe Lars may have suffered a mental health crisis, perhaps schizophrenia or a form of psychosis that had gone undiagnosed. His mother strongly denies any history of mental illness. But stress, injury, and unfamiliar surroundings can sometimes trigger conditions late in life. Then there are those who believe his fear was justified, that someone really was following him. Was he targeted in Bulgaria? Did he witness something he shouldn't have? Could his claim about being attacked have been real? And if so, who was behind it? In the years since his disappearance, there have been dozens of reported sightings. One truck driver claimed he picked up a man who looked like Lars, older, long-haired, with tired eyes. Others believe he may be living off the grid. But none of these leads have been confirmed. Despite years of searching by authorities, private investigators, even internet sleuths, there has never been a single solid clue about what happened to Lars after he fled that airport. He simply vanished. Some believe he died in the forest and that his body was never recovered. But search teams found no evidence. Others believe he's still alive, living with amnesia or hiding from something or someone. His mother, Lars Mittank, refuses to give up hope. She still believes her son is alive, that one day the phone might ring. It's been over a decade since Lars disappeared, and yet his story continues to haunt the internet. It's a modern-day mystery, a story without an ending. So we ask you, what do you think happened to Lars Mittank? Was it a mental break, a side effect of medication, or was something more sinister going on in Bulgaria that day? Leave your theories in the comments. Share this story to keep it alive. And if you're into real-life mysteries like this, subscribe to Digital Detectives. We dig deeper, ask the questions that don't always have answers, and bring you the truth, or what's left of it. See you in the next investigation.